Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody is doing well on this day, Tuesday, July 16th. Time flies, don't it? Hey, Lindsay, how are you doing? Hello, Estelle. Hello, hello. Good to see everybody. Hey, Sarah. Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. So I decided to come in and let everybody know what was going on. I know there's been a lot going on out there, and I thought I'd come in and talk about it again. Hey, Janice, welcome. You're off work. Woohoo! It's always nice when you're off work. Hey, Tam here. Hello. I'm doing good. Hey, I see you. Hello. Good. Girl, you always cooking dinner. I'm going to come see you. Always, L. Hey, hello, hello. You was just watching my last live. Oh, hey Wilma. Hello, hello. I like that name. That reminds me of my aunt. She's passed away now, but her name was Wilma Jean. We'd always go, Wilma Jean. Welcome, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great day. It is hot. It's been doing some thundering. Raging Cajun and Aurora. Hello, hello. Good to see everybody. Glad everybody's here. Yeah, I thought with all this thundering and lightning, I'm like, I hope it don't come no bad storm. Is that your name, Wilma Jean? That was her name, Wilma Jean. Wilma Jean. Hey, Robin. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Yeah, I just wanted to come. It seems like news just keeps breaking. Like I keep procrastinating to come on, but so much is like it just keeps coming out. Hey, Jeannie from the block. Hello, hello, beautiful. Hello. So much just keeps coming out, more and more. And I just seen, I don't know if anybody, I'll share this first, or not first, but before my other stuff, because I'm always late too. I used to always be early to everything, but now that I do this, I'm always late to something. I can't ever get it together. But I'll put this out before I start because I just saw where I guess somebody was shot or something down by where they were having the convention. Now they don't think, as far as I know, that has anything to do with anything. So I don't want to put out any false information because they said they don't think it has anything to do with anything or is related that they know of right now. Hey, Guidance. But I guess two guys was fighting with a knife or something. I mean, this is just really strange. Like, that's just come out within the last few minutes. Very strange. All these things are happening, and it's like, what in the world is going on? Hey, Selena, and everybody coming in. So, as I was reading through everything and doing everything today, I'm like, man, world violence, period. There has to be something that we can do about it. Whether you're in this country, you're in another country, look, world violence, okay? It needs to stop, man. I don't care whose side you're on. And then I'm sure most of you probably saw this because I shared it and I put it as a short. This message really needs to get out. No matter how I try to convey stuff, either I don't sound right or I don't get it right. But I'm going to play it. And if I think about playing it on the way out, I will. This could not be, I can't articulate this enough, but this person right here said everything I wish I could say, and we're going to play it right now. It cannot be said any better, is what I'm trying to say.
I just want to quickly chime in on this whole Trump assassination attempt. Short and sweet. Coming from a father whose son was shot 7 times in the back while sitting at a memorial for another dead child, whose girl that was beside him was hit in the spine twice, and now she's paralyzed for life. Coming from a father who is being affected directly.
This is Ronnie at Lizard Lick.
But still supports the Second Amendment 110%. Because people have died for our freedoms. People have died for our right to choose. Men and women have given their lives so that you can protect yourself and so that you can choose who you want to vote for and so you can express your opinion. But they didn't die so that you could be a coward and shoot somebody from behind because you didn't agree with them. So they didn't die for that. That's not freedom. That's not democracy. That's not America. Bottom line is this: if you think it's okay that somebody tried to kill somebody else for no reason other than they disagree with their viewpoints and political platforms, if you think it's okay to hear people come on these apps and say, well, I hate he missed, I wish he was a better shot. If you think that's okay, no matter what side of the line you're on, right or left, up or down, I don't care, liberal, conservative, like I said, I could care less. If you think that's okay, you're the problem. 100%, you're what's wrong with America. I'm conservative. I follow Jesus Christ. Of course I'm going to be conservative. However, I would never want to see Joe Biden, President Obama, Pelosi, any of them murdered or their families affected by murder because somebody disagrees with their viewpoints or how they voted or what they stand for. That's why our soldiers died. That's why you're supposed to stand at national anthem. That's why you're supposed to support this country so you have the rights and the freedom to speak out against what you don't agree with. But here's the catch to that. When you lose, when things don't go your way, whether Trump gets elected or Biden gets elected or Harris steps into office or whoever takes over, Kennedy wins, I don't care. When you lose, you suck it up. And you know that people died for your right to choose, but in choosing, it does not mean winning. And when you got to resort to wishing somebody was killed because they disagree with your views, again, you're the problem. And anybody that like to come to Lizard Lick and discuss that face-to-face, I'm here Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 5:30. I will talk to you anytime about anything because I'm not scared. I know where I'm going when I die. I know I'll see my son again. But I also know that there's got to be a better way than killing folk and hoping folk get killed. I mean, that makes as much sense as putting a screen door on a submarine or a freaking ashtray on a motorcycle. Look, people, we're Americans. Be better. Do better. Don't be like Jack Black. Don't be like all these people on there talking about, I hate he missed. Stop trying to get clout out of this thing and at least help America heal. No matter the outcome this November, remember, take the W with pride, but respect. Take the L with dignity. No matter which way that ball rolls. Just my thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't have said it better. And yes, somebody asked, his son got shot in the back, I think 7 times, and his girlfriend was beside him and she got paralyzed. So yeah, I just couldn't have said it better. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter what side you're on. It don't matter what your beliefs. Wrong is wrong. You know, wrong is wrong. I honestly don't know if he has a YouTube or not. He was on TikTok, and I saw that, and I think they are coming back on TV pretty soon. I don't know. That's what I heard. I don't know for a fact. I used to love to watch that show too, but I think when they lost their son, him and Amy, they went off air. But I think I did hear they were coming back on. But that's the point. Be a good human. It costs $0 to be a good human. That's the bottom line. I wouldn't wish what happened on my worst enemy. Period. And at the end of the day, what happened? He lost his life, and Trump's still alive, and the hate got a fireman, a hero killed. The family lost their father, their son, their brother, and others got hurt as well. And the plan didn't even work. You know? I think I have struggled more in the last 3 years than ever in my life. Yeah, and that's the problem. There's too much hate in people's heart. You met his son. Yeah. And there's so much more out there. I just wondered, I wanted to come on today because I didn't know what your thoughts was after a couple of days on this Thomas Matthew Crooks guy. Yeah, God always has the last word. Not you. Not whatever your plan is. God always has the last word. Everyone in the world can have their thoughts and their opinions. And everyone is talking about this. Everybody. So today, I wanted to talk about it again. And that's just what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I still have many, many questions. I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of thoughts. Hey, Beth Ann. Welcome. I was thinking about it, and I hope they get the answers that they need. They're still there investigating. Everybody, Secret Service, the local cops, everybody that needs to be investigating is investigating. But I want to know, how did this happen? It's kind of split. Some people think, and I'm not blaming it on Secret Service or LE or whoever. The ball was dropped no matter what. And even retired, they're just at each other's throat, but somebody dropped the ball. Who? Who? I don't know. I don't know. This is hard. Yeah, the local news was saying he was bullied in high school and wanted to join the rifle team and was told, no, don't ever come back. I wonder what that situation was. However, I have a video here somewhere. But again, there's also let me see if I have it real close, because he's also talking with, oh, here it is, actually. Oh, this one. Hold on. Look at this one. Oh, snap. Come on now. Where are you at? Why did it do that? I didn't want to go there. No. Okay, this one. Listen to this, though.
6'4". I go to Stanford University. I have a 10-inch penis and 6'4". I go to Stanford University. I have a 10-inch penis.
Okay, so he was in, this is a video. It's just a short video, 16 seconds. So he was claiming he had a 10-inch, and he was around his classmates. Maybe they bullied him into that, but he was sitting there smiling and laughing, in my opinion. It's way up there, so I don't know if I can pull that one down. But there's also one where a neighbor's talking, but he didn't look like he was distressed and being bullied in that one. So what I'm saying is, he seemed like, to me, and this is just my opinion and my opinion only, he seemed happy. he seemed like he was having fun joking around with his friends, talking about his wee-wee. You know, the video was taken in February of 2020 at his Steel Center Career Technical Education School in Pennsylvania. They said he was quiet, but he would open up and was cool and friendly. And he was incredibly skilled, is what they said. He was skilled with computers and knew how to take them apart and reassemble them. And that's what they're saying. And he didn't have a problem talking about his wee-wee. Y'all want to listen again? Look at that smile on his face. Look.
6'4". I go to Stanford University. I have a 10-inch penis and 6'4". I go to Stanford University.
He goes to Stanford
I have
University.
A 10-inch penis. 6'4". I go to Stanford University.
I mean, what do y'all think about that? Hey. And then there's one where the neighbor was telling, maybe we'll come across that in a minute. The neighbor was telling that she was told, disgusting, right? Was told that I don't think she was home, but anyway, they were told they had to evacuate. Maybe she had to go home and get her dog because she had a dog. Hey, Rapper, and everybody coming in. And anyway, she was doing an interview after the fact, after they got to come home, her and her son. And she was talking about how they seemed like a nice family, how he would walk around in the neighborhood. He would smile. He would wave. He would walk around. Things just seemed peachy and dandy over there. No issues. He didn't seem very troubled. Hey, Sherry. So she said she had lived there quite many years, and she loved the area and the neighborhood, and it was a good neighborhood. So I don't know. Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul from PA. Oh, thank you so much. I love having you here. Es Francisco. Yeah, his friends, I thought about that. His friends could have dared him to say that. That happens too. And, and I hate to say this, I really do, especially to the guys out there. Sometimes even boys like to talk about that kind of stuff. I don't know why. But so maybe it was a dare and it was just trying to fit in and whatever. But he just didn't seem like he was made to do it or bullied into doing it. Even if they told him to say it or whatever, he was still smiling and giggling, and he kind of looked like he was having fun doing it. It is possible, Wilma, that his parents didn't like Trump. There's also a video out there that he is in a car and said he hates Republicans and he hated Trump. I got that somewhere too. I'll try to go through my stuff. I should have had all this lined up. I mean, it's in my, sometimes I send it to my messages. I do stuff so odd. I'll go back and see if I can find that. But I sent myself so much stuff today. Because when I start piddling with it on here, it's just, y'all know me and my buttons, but whatever. It was so weird. But he did say he does not like Trump. And but somebody said, I don't know if it's fact or not, somebody said he was registered as a Republican. Is that true? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Oh, they said he had a Trump sign in his yard. Wow, that's weird. I did too, hippie grandma. I did too. Yeah, at the end of that video, it said, but you picked the wrong guy. So weird. So weird. But what I want to know is, okay, so how was that roof not manned? Like, again, I'm not going to blame anyone because I don't know how this stuff is run, but if you have common sense, like, you're like, what, 400, was it 450 feet away or 400 feet away or something like that? Okay, so as I'm reading it and I'm trying to study up on it myself, I'm just trying to figure out, I know that they did the drones and then they did the walkthrough like a couple of days before, and then that day a couple of hours before, all of that kind of stuff. Okay, and I'm trying to figure out just with common sense, because I'm no professional. Hell, I don't do that stuff. Frankly, I wouldn't want that job. They make good money. They put their own life at risk. When they put them vests on and they go out there, that's not for them. That's to protect, the president and the ex-president, because they get Secret Service for life. Even after, some of y'all don't know, even after they're no longer president, they're still protected. And they put their, I just wouldn't want that job. Okay. I don't care how much money they make. Smiley tells y'all, money ain't everything. I ain't for the money. Money ain't everything, dude. Okay. But they risk their lives, and I admire them for that. So I'm not going to say, but somebody did drop the ball. I don't know who dropped the ball. Just like at a regular job, you could be at a factory and drop a damn box. Somebody dropped the ball. Okay, just like at a hospital, you're doing surgery. You cannot make that mistake, but it happens. Okay, I'm just trying to understand. But what I want to know is how you have, was it 4 people from my understanding, 4 local, and I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, 4 local law enforcement. I don't care if they were Secret Service agents inside the building. They're not mind readers to see, or their daddies wasn't glass makers, can't see who's on top of the roof. In there in the nice air-conditioned building. So my question is, at least why not have 2 inside, 2 up on the roof? Or where, for the love of God, did you not have 1 or several around the buildings, the building? In my eyes, why were there not people on top of the building and not Thomas or Matthew or whatever in the hell his name is? Why not? Why was he able to get up there? Why was somebody not on the roof manning? Because if that's not the case, then they need to make a change at these venues, and that needs to be changed. And that's just my opinion. I'm nobody, but that's just my opinion. Because no matter if it's Biden or Trump or Harris or, Joe Blow or, whoever, this never needs to happen again. It don't matter if Putin is over here. It don't matter if whatever. This is the United States of America. This never needs to happen again. That's what I'm saying. And where's the answers? Now, also, and yes, there has been, and I found out just a couple of weeks ago, I found out today, just a couple of weeks ago, there was a threat on Trump. And really, they say that the security was vamped up or ramped up. Okay. Well, isn't that funny? Then how did this happen? How did this happen then? Yeah, I wouldn't wish this on anybody, on any human being. Nobody. It's wrong. And in a crowd like that, it took innocent lives and it put so many more in danger. Now, it was also said that there was bombs or bomb material in his car. What was going on with that? What was going on with that? What was going on with that? I mean, Secret Service is under a lot of scrutiny right now. You got them kind of going at each other's throat where they say local law enforcement was at fault, and then local law enforcement say it was up to Secret Service because that was Secret Service's job. And CNN says it's the worst security failure by the U.S. Secret Service in 4 decades. And it has pitted the agency against local law enforcement and vice versa. Each say each was responsible. They should not be fighting back and forth. It is the blame game. So that's not fair either. They each have a role, honestly. But the fact is, and again, I'm not blaming, but the fact is Secret Service is the one who is supposed to be the main people in charge. Who was supposed to do the final sweep? I'm just asking. I don't know. I'm just asking. The director said because there was local police inside the building at the time, it was their job to secure the building. As I stated, if they're all inside the building, is their daddy a glassmaker? Can they see through walls? I'm just asking. I know if I was inside the building and that happened, I would feel horrible, but what the hell, man? I sure wouldn't want that on my shoulders and be blamed for it. Good night, Amy. Good night, honey. She's in the UK and it's after 11 there. But then again, we saw the videos where people was telling the cops, I don't know if somebody went in and got them or somebody come out at that time. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell from the videos. There's a shooter on the roof and you could see them going around and going up. And then we all know what happened at that point. And then it was all over with. You know? Absolutely. You have a great night, honey. She said, and whoever you vote for, that is your right. Absolutely. That is your God-given right. You know, so it's just a hard thing. That's what I'm saying. Thank God it wasn't worse. It wasn't worse. But unfortunately, somebody's life was taken. And, well, you know, and the shooters was taken as well. Joe Biden said he's comfortable with Secret Service. I'm sure he is. And I hope he is. He should be. I mean, I'm not being funny. He should be. I hope he is. Because if somebody's supposed to be protecting you 24/7, you should be able to lay down and go to sleep and not have to worry. You should not have to worry. You should not have to question. You know, you should not have to question for you or your family in any way, shape, or form. If you go out in public, if you go out in your yard, anything. This is what hate causes, people. This is what hate causes. Because you don't like someone or something that someone says. Hate causes these things. Hate is almost becoming the new love of money. Hate. Hold on. Listen to this. This is one of the retired Secret Service mans. And what he saw and thought.
Like the rest of the nation, Andy Harris.
They've been up there setting that thing up for a couple of weeks.
Watches as details of former President Trump's assassination attempt unfold. But unlike the rest of the nation,
Gotta get it right the first time.
the retired U.S. Secret Service agent knows what went on in the days leading up to this and where we are heading.
So that site that former President Trump was at was actually a supervisor walked it, we call it a walkthrough. They do it like the day or two before the actual visit takes place. They look at everything that's put in place, the setup of the stage, how the stage is constructed, is it safe, where the position of the stairs are, where the arrival point will be, that the protectee will come in, where they will exit.
Harris has decades of experience in this.
It was almost a little over 4 years on the detail. Then I moved on to headquarters.
He served on protective detail for President Clinton and was the special agent in charge of the Richmond field office before he retired. He says while a breakdown in communication may have led to Saturday's shooting, these agents' actions were textbook.
They shielded former President Trump. They did an assessment while he was down to see
how his well-being was actually going on. They felt he got shot. Do they want to move him right then? Do they want to bring medical in and all that? They did what they did based on their training.
And as he looks on at the next generation of agents who trained for this, he hopes they are given some grace for their sacrifice.
Those that are in politics, they'll say things. But I guarantee you, if it happened to one of them, they'd probably be spinning around in the middle of the floor, screaming and crying, or trying to run and seek cover.
I think
But
they
these
did
men and
everything
women
that they
stood
could,
up.
the ones that was
The
up there
vest that
with
they have
him.
on,
I think
It's not
they
for them.
need to be given
it was
grace.
for former
But
President
what
Trump.
about, you know, the ones that were overlooking? Of course, they that was with him and beside him did their job and did everything that they could to help him. I don't think anybody is doubting that. You know, I don't think anybody's doubting that. They definitely need to be given grace. You know, it's kind of like everybody is not at fault, but where did the ball drop? Yes, securing the perimeter is where it failed at. And who, even if local was supposed to, and this is just my thought. Again, I don't know. Maybe they should have did it together. I just feel like Secret Service, that is their job to protect the president, not so much local. They need to be on the same page. Secret Service should have went around perimeter wise and made sure everything was okay. But that's just me. I don't know. You know, I don't know. That's just me. But they'll get to the bottom of that, I'm sure. Again, I can't blame anybody. I don't know. I don't know any facts on that. I don't know how that works. I don't know. Let's see what else. I hate any of this happen. Any of this. Now, this lady speaks. She's a former agent. I wanted y'all to hear this too. I like what she says.
Okay, can I get your first name and last name?
Sure.
And spell?
Take a look what
Uh-oh.
happened.
Hold on.
It's this.
I accidentally messed it up. Hold on.
First name and last name?
Sure.
And spell them for me, please.
Cheryl, Cheryl, Tyler, Tyler.
Hey, Ghost.
And can you give just a brief background of how long you were with the agency and who you were assigned to protect?
Sure. I was a special agent with the United States Secret Service for 15 and a half years. I served in the Atlanta, New York offices and then transferred to the President's detail at the White House, where I became the first African-American female ever to be assigned to a president. And I served under President George H. Bush and William Jefferson Clinton.
How tough of a job is this?
It is tough, but it also is rewarding. It's challenging. It's a lot of dedication. And I say this not to be facetious or demeaning of any other career. It's not a job. It's not a 9 to 5. And when you're on in the detail, and specifically, it is 24/7, 365. It's a lifestyle change. It's a career. It's a dedication to your country. It's just not the definition of a job. But you do have a job to do. And part of that job is the Constitution of this country is what we took an oath to. Oh yeah, there's Spanish and. So how long have you been around?
Been in this area probably, actually been with the station 2 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in Baltimore for about 5 years before this.
Big difference.
Yes
Yeah.
and no. Yeah. And as far as cities go,
Yeah.
New info today just came out on CNN saying local law enforcement was in charge of clearing that building where the shooter was on. What do you think of that?
I had my own thoughts about it when it first came out that it was a perimeter, outside the perimeter, I'm sorry. And I know how the planning goes. I know how you sit down and you have those police meetings over and over and over again. I know you go back and forth. That wasn't just a 2-day, 1 week planning. That's been planned for a long time. So it's not like they didn't have police meetings and everybody knew what their area of territory and responsibility was. There's also communication between law enforcement entities that are involved. So you have that ability to reach out to your counterpart that's with the Secret Service to be able to say, hey, something's wrong over here or whatever, or vice versa. So I'm not there to judge because I'm not at the agency. However, the work, the planning, the protocols, they don't change. I'm sure there'll be further discussion. The investigation is going to go deeper and changes will happen.
Because of what happened, we now know Monday morning quarterbacking, what happened. Should that have ever happened? I mean, I understand that you can only do so much, you can protect somebody only so much, but is that inexcusable? Or do you think there'll be reasons found out why it happened and how they missed it? Because it looks like they missed, this lone suspect crawling up or coming out of the building and going across the roof.
I don't think it was inappropriate how the work was divvied out and shared. That is normal. That's what happens. I know the blame game is going to start, and it's going to start heavy.
Yeah.
And I go back
Already
to say
started.
negotiations, planning, protocols, procedures between law enforcement entities always exists, no matter if it's domestic or if it's international. Being able to communicate with your counterpart, whomever that is from the lead organization or agency, that is always given. You will be able to contact that counterpart all night, any day of the week until that event is over. So what transpired along the way, I have no idea, and I don't know if anybody else will have that idea.
Do you think agents in charge of that event will be replaced? Is that part of the protocol, or do they stay with the same people who got the experience and learn from the mistakes?
Two parts to that. Everybody, the entire agency is going to learn from their mistakes. Will they be replaced? I'm not sure.
What does an advance team do? Because there's an advance team that came in and looked at that and spent quite a bit of time looking at that event. What is their job to do? Their number one job, do you think?
As an advance team, your job is to go in and work with the protectee staff to sit down and discuss what's going to happen. You'll know that before you leave, and you'll know who the counterparts are from the staff side. You're going to know what's supposed to take place, where it's going to take place. Once you're given the basics, then as the agent side, you're going in to do the advanced work for that area. That's your responsibility, and you're going to see what's there from A to Z. You're going to meet your challenges. You're going to talk to whoever you need to talk to. If it's a building, you're going to talk to the engineers, the lighting people, the plumbers, everybody, who runs the elevator. You're going to talk to the police. You're going to talk to the local FBI. You're going to talk to everybody that is going to have a direct impact on that visit at that location. When it's outside, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to walk it. You're going to walk it day, night, evening, after hours, different weathers, changes, the climate changes. You're going to know that place backwards and forwards. And you're going to always have a debrief every single day until everybody is on the same page and everybody knows.
Then why
what's
wasn't
going
they on the same page?
You know, the outdoor events are much tougher
Yes.
than the inside events. What do you think, looking back, could have helped? What more preventative measures? I mean, bulletproof glass. Was there anything, do you think, that could make it more secure? Maybe not prevent what happened, but make it more secure. My understanding is he did not have bulletproof glass up on the podium at all. What do you think?
Well,
Maybe there isn't something. There might not be anything more to add.
this is one of those Monday morning quarterback questions. And what you have is, there is the President of the United States that has an automatic list of things that are there that are accessible for them. You have former presidents that they don't get the same things as the president does. Part of it is because of monies. They may not have had the money. They may not have wanted to spend the money. You have to remember, the Secret Service doesn't dictate
You don't need y'all's
where
money.
they go
Shut
and
up,
how
Smiley.
it's
Shut up.
done. They work in conjunction with that
Shut
to
up,
protect
Smiley.
these staff. So if they may make a recommendation and say, hey, you might want to do blah, 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 and they say, well, we don't have the budget for it, or we don't want to do that, we want this, then they're the ones who make that final decision. However, the service is still saying, this could put you in a precarious situation. How about we do this? And you're always looking for ways to be able to work together and not to compromise negatively, but to compromise positively, to say, let's see how we can make this a better outcome. It's a lot of factors involved. So, you know, there are a lot of rumors saying, well, he wasn't
Right,
given
hound
this
lover.
and he didn't have this. Well, he's not the sitting president. Could there have been built a bigger stadium built? Could there have been bulletproof shields along the side? That was a huge open field. The answer is yes. But the question is, well, who's paying for that? So there is a cost to everything. And the Secret Service doesn't have this equipment belonging to themselves that they just pull it out of a warehouse. Those are bought. And the staff of the president, the sitting president, may do things that they need. They have to pay for that. So it is a cost, but there's no disparity in how one is secured by anybody. They will do their job to ensure that that person's life is protected the best way they possibly can.
Do I need to tell those guys the kind of thing? Do you think the agents on the podium did what they were trained to do?
Most definitely. They became the human shield. And to go back to
Exactly,
your question
Wilma.
about equipment, there was not the typical podium that you're used to seeing, the big brown one that's bulletproof and all of that. That was not there. So what they did, they became the human shield, and they pushed him down because that is what they're supposed to do.
Do you think the Secret Service has enough funding? You know, the funding is available almost more than they've ever had. They've got recent increase. But is there enough funding and resources to protect the president and everyone else, all the former presidents, former vice presidents, and their children? I mean, do we have enough to do that, do you think, or not?
There's several issues that are, I'll say, components that are part of that question. One is you never know how much is enough. Number two, as you pointed out, yes, the Secret Service, remember, has at least 5 farmers that they're protecting still. Then you have the president, the first lady, you have the vice president, the second gentleman, you have families, you have former presidents, their spouses with them, kids maybe. It depends. Will there ever be enough money? Who knows? There are different challenges that we have this day and age. Weapons, ways to attack. You have drones. You have, the ghost guns. You have things that were not typical back 10 years ago. So those increase your challenges. So do you have enough money? Do you have enough
Boom.
manpower?
It shouldn't have been able to
create
happen. I don't
something
care what.
that can stop everything? I would say no. And is it impossible? I would say it's going to be challenging, because when you try to do something right, trust me, that other person has already gone 10 steps ahead of you trying to figure out the loops around what you're planning. So it's a nonstop wheel that's going to keep going. It doesn't mean that the service isn't going to do their best and give their best to do everything possible to keep that protectee safe and secure. But the challenges have gone this way, the budget goes up, but the risk keeps going.
The most elaborate attacks, it gets
Boom.
stopped, 20 people. But then is it a shock to you as a security expert that a 20-year-old gets up on a roof with his dad's gun and gets that close to assassinating a former president?
And this may sound very crass, but no. I always say, and it stays in the back of my mind, if there is a will, there's a way. If someone has this just single-focused mission, they're going to do whatever it takes to try to fulfill that mission. Now, why? Don't know. But if they want to do it, they're going to try their best to figure out how to accomplish it. Fortunately, the former president was not killed. We did lose an unfortunate situation. We did lose a fireman who was protecting his family and shielding them. We had others injured, and the gunman was finished. We live in very challenging times, and there are no foolproof answers.
All right, thank you. That's terrific. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I'll tell him right quick.
She was ready to run. Yeah. I bet if that was her or her family, she wouldn't be so crass. Right? I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know what to say to her interview. I don't even know, honestly. Yeah. Lady, please. Please. I'm lost for words on that one. Right. She sounds like she was in a support role for, yeah, thank you. I just don't even know what to say to that. I mean, all I can say is this is what hate does, and it's got to stop. When you hate something and you don't agree with something, and you want to go around, hating, bullying, whatever you want to do, and you say, I'm going to take care of the problem, usually it backfires. All I can say is suck it up, buttercup. It don't work that way. Just suck it up. Because it don't usually work out that good. There's a saying out there, and it's true. And it says, hate is too great a burden to bear. It injures the hater more than it injures the hated. I don't think there's nothing more true or said. Honestly. I really don't. It's very true. in this entire world, everybody needs to really get a grip on reality and stop the hate, because it does zero good. Yeah. How can you hate? Perfect. How can you hate something you know nothing about? How can you hate something or somebody you know nothing about? It's just a delusion in your head that you think, and you know nothing about. I don't know. I'm going to play this one more time, and then I'll go ahead and get off here and let y'all go with your evening. I think, again, there's nothing said better than the way Ronnie said this, period. And if you didn't hear it, this is why I shared it. I wish I could have said it exactly the same way. There's just no words to how when I heard this. It's perfect. Let's listen again.
I just wanted to quickly chime in on this whole Trump assassination attempt. Short and sweet. Coming from a father whose son was shot 7 times in the back while sitting at a memorial for another dead child, whose girl that was beside him was hit in the spine twice, and now she's paralyzed for life. Coming from a father who is being affected directly by gun violence, but still supports the Second Amendment 110%. Because people have died for our freedoms. People have died for our right to choose. Men and women have given their lives so that you can protect yourself and so that you can choose who you want to vote for and so you can express your opinion. But they didn't die so that you could be a coward and shoot somebody from behind because you didn't agree with them. So they didn't die for that. That's not freedom. That's not democracy. That's not America. Bottom line is this: if you think it's okay that somebody tried to kill somebody else for no reason other than they disagree with their viewpoints and political platforms, if you think it's okay to hear people come on these apps and say, well, I hate he missed, I wish he was a better shot. If you think that's okay, no matter what side of the line you're on, right or left, up or down, I don't care, liberal, conservative, like I said, I could care less. If you think that's okay, you're the problem. 100%, you're what's wrong with America. I'm conservative. I follow Jesus Christ. Of course I'm going to be conservative. However, I would never want to see Joe Biden, President Obama, Pelosi, any of them murdered or their families affected by murder because somebody disagrees with their viewpoints or how they voted or what they stand for. That's why our soldiers died. That's why you're supposed to stand at national anthem. That's why you're supposed to support this country so you have the rights and the freedom to speak out against what you don't agree with. But here's the catch to that. When you lose, when things don't go your way, whether Trump gets elected or Biden gets elected or Harris steps into office or whoever takes over, Kennedy wins, I don't care. When you lose, you suck it up. And you know that people died for your right to choose, but in choosing, it does not mean winning. And when you got to resort to wishing somebody was killed because they disagree with your views, again, you're the problem. And anybody that like to come to Lizard Lick and discuss that face-to-face, I'm here Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 5:30. I will talk to you anytime about anything because I'm not scared. I know where I'm going when I die. I know I'll see my son again. But I also know that there's got to be a better way than killing folk and hoping folk get killed. I mean, that makes as much sense as putting a screen door on a submarine or a freaking astronaut on a motorcycle. Look, people, we're Americans. Be better. Do better. Don't be like Jack Black. Don't be like all these people on there talking about, I hate he missed. Stop trying to get clout out of this thing and at least help America heal. No matter the outcome this November, remember, take the W with pride, but respect. Take the L with dignity. no matter which way that ball rolls. Just my thoughts.
Amen, amen, amen. All right, y'all. I thank you for being here, and I'll come back on at some other point later. And
we are here, Kimberly Cheadle.
Uh-oh. Can I post the link to my community tab? I can. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Let me go find it. Hold on a minute. Let me do that before we leave. Uh-oh. Hold on. Is it? Hold on. Is it, hold on, because it's not, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Where did it go? How come it's not, coming up as live? Am I on the wrong thing? DERSHOW. Are you talking about the Allen? Put the whole name down there. Can you drop the link in here? I don't see it, but you can actually, you can drop it on the, you can drop it in here, or you can drop it on drop it on the community post. Oh, you mean the guy that I had on here? Yeah, he's on Twitter. But yeah, I can, he's in one of my shorts. You talking about Ronnie? He's with Lizard Lick. He's with Lizard Lick. And Alan Dwart. Okay, you're talking about the Alan Dwart show. Okay, yes, and I will post that. I sure will. Okay, y'all don't keep don't confuse Smiley. Okay, honey. All right, thank you all for being here. Ronnie, yeah, it's Ronnie with Lizard Lick. Ronnie, and sometimes Ronnie and Amy. You might find it under Ronnie and Amy. Okay. All right, y'all have a good evening, and I'll talk to y'all later. You're welcome. Y'all keep smiling. All right, bye.